15th August 1947 brought freedom to all our people. Freedom to all, happiness to many, and misfortune to an army. An army of the dispossessed, children of partition. My eyes saw the sorrow and suffering, for I was of that army. I, a mature man, became a child of partition. Millions on the move, escaping the carnage to the north and east. We arrived in droves, helpless as sheep. The military were magnificent. They fed us and gave us shelter. In May 1948, there were 1 million of us in such camps, living off the government. It was a financial burden that cost the state for food alone 1 million rupees a day. Although we received help from the government and philanthropic organizations, living conditions were not satisfactory. Sanitation was always a problem. Sickness was another. But the greatest problem of all was idleness. It was destroying our will to work because we were provided for and there was absolutely nothing to do. A solution was found for all this: permanent rehabilitation in new colonies. The plan was put into operation and the great transfer began. Nilokere was one of them. The voice of Nilokere now speaks to you.
I speak for those who were rehabilitated in Nilokere. It lies some 80 miles north of Delhi. Nilokere will house 10,000. It has an ideal situation, for it combines the attractions of a city with the charm of rural life. Here are simple modern homes, with a large market nearby where our daily needs are taken care of. One advantage is a public library with a reading room, and another electricity. Citizens are guaranteed work according to their abilities. They may be blacksmiths or tinsmiths. The products find a ready sale outside. For instance, footwear made in the large leather workshop is bought by the army. With machines and cloth supplied, our women turn out ready-made garments that find steady customers. At the Ladies' Activity Center, the younger ones can learn the art of sewing and fancy embroidery. Everywhere in Nilokere, the accent is on self-sufficiency. Milk is plentiful. Land has been allotted to all those interested in farming. The soil is tilled in the traditional way, or by modern methods. Cooperative farm works well, for it produces all the vegetables and the fruits we need. Education isn't forgotten. We realize its value for our young. Our high school for boys and girls takes care of that, in the classroom and on the playground. Our children have full opportunity for creative work too. Just watch them at the recreation center, fit, content and happy. Would you worry about our future? We don't.
This is Faridabad, 18 miles from Delhi. I speak with pride on its behalf. We are refugees from the frontier province, some 50,000 strong. We live and work here. Our income is derived from industries organized by the Indian Cooperative Union. We do not fear the future, even when we look back to this, Faridabad in 1948, an unhappy host of the dispossessed, whose eyes mirrored the misery of partition. We didn't live, we only existed. But hope we had, and the cooperative spirit. Hope and spirit were translated through sweat and steel into Faridabad. At present, we make do with a temporary market, until this Pakka one is ready. That's the electric powerhouse, which will supply us and the neighborhood. Our hospital is well able to take care of the sick. To keep everyone gainfully employed, a number of small-scale industries have been started. We manufacture buttons from dome nuts. Our products find a ready sale at the Indian Cooperative Union stalls in New Delhi. We have our own government, an administration run by elected leaders from the neighborhood. From time to time, informal discussions are held with the secretary of the Faridabad Development Board.
For us, the dispossessed of Sindh, nothing remains of our native land in the Indian Union. Near the old port of Kandla, we build our new home called Gandhidham. Gandhidham, a township for over 200,000 souls who had lost everything in the great upheaval. But we build anew with hope and courage among these arid wastes. The Sindhu Resettlement Corporation is responsible for this vast undertaking. And some of the money for the scheme, over 10 million rupees, has been loaned to us by the government. Now it is up to us, and we shall not fail, neither ourselves nor our children. The sinking of tube wells and the water from a neighboring lake will solve our water supply. Agriculture is being developed. A ready source of income will be the fruits of the local date palms. With the completion of the railway link, Kandla will bring the Arabian Sea 200 miles closer to eastern India than Bombay. The loss of Karachi will be fully compensated for by the new port of Kandla, a big port with a big future. These then are the plans of our own future prosperity.
The largest number of refugees came to Delhi, drawn towards the capital as if by a magnet. 14 new colonies have sprung up here. Patel Nagar is one. Covering 400 acres and with housing accommodation for some 25,000, Patel Nagar has all the amenities of a modern town. So close is it to New Delhi that it is considered a part of the capital. Rajendra Nagar is another large colony with an area of 255 acres and accommodation for 22,000 people. The air rings to the sounds of completion in every sphere. Our special pride and joy is the Salwan High School for our boys and girls. 1,500 boys and 1,000 girls are receiving education here. Theirs is an all-round training, for as they learn today, will they be able to meet the problems of tomorrow when they step into our shoes. Many of us were businessmen. Now, in such shops erected by the government around Delhi, we carry on once again. This, the Kamla market, will have when completed 267 shops and many modern features. The Arab Ki Sarai in Delhi was built by the Emperor Akbar's mother. It housed some 200 Arabs brought by her from Mecca. Now it is a training and work center for our displaced young men. The machines you see in operation are Japanese, and 6 Japanese experts came here for the special purpose of giving training to our young men. After their training, they will be able to start their own workshops or get work in an industrial concern. Because there is a steady demand for technicians in India, these centers serve a good purpose. These trained lads are more sure of finding employment now than if they were to follow their fathers' professions. For their fathers were, before partition, mostly petty tradesmen. The Kasturba Nirashrit Niketan in Lajpat Nagar is a home for orphans, unclaimed children and widows. We try our best here to make them feel at home. And their education isn't forgotten either. Our women help earn their keep and pocket money by making garments. Some make socks for our soldiers, others the embroidered badges of rank. The main point is that they keep busy, earning their daily bread by honest labor.
Earning our bread by honest labor. That is what we shall do for the rest of our days. May then God grant us strength, courage and patience.